reason for them is we're on a major highway, Route 206, which is a lot of traffic. So we have to set up certain things to keep the traffic flowing, to make sure it's easy, plus the ultimate goal is the safety of our students.
It runs smoothly, mainly because everybody buys into it. So if the parents didn't comply with the way we wanted to do the pattern, it wouldn't work. So I just try to keep the traffic moving in, and I'll hold up the students to do that. And if I need to stop the students and let the traffic go out, then that's really how it runs smoothly. The rules of the pattern are simple. 2 lanes coming in, and then all alternate who goes to the back, all the way to the back of the lot. But they have to go all the way to the back of the lot in order to get the traffic off of 206. The left lane sometimes can pull into the faculty lot and let their children out. So that had to be adjusted after we started this, because it was just getting backed up again.
I think the ND community can take a look at the pattern that we put on the ndnj.org webpage. Talks about coming off of 206 and continuing all the way to the back by the circle in order to drop off students, continuing to go, if you're a parent, all the way back by the softball field and go around and exit. It's kind of tough because we have 36 buses coming in. They have to pull over. Mr. Bartuska has to stop traffic to allow all the students to come across. But if everybody behaves and everybody does what they need to do, it makes everybody safer. Safer is more important. So we try to, work together with it's not like a big disciplinary thing, although we have issued some detentions for students that are just not following our rules. They're not parking in the proper parking spaces. If they're not following the directions, they have been issued detentions. But we really rather educate you as to why it's important to follow this traffic pattern.
So as we got into the 2000s, after the 1990s, more and more students were given cars immediately upon getting their license. Prior to that time, some students had cars, but not all students. But as all students seem to get a car, whether it's their own or they're using the family car, traffic increased. And so we were backing up traffic north and south on 206 to a very disturbing level. And the township sent in their traffic officer and said, you have to do something about this. So with Mr. Bartuska, he created the traffic pattern that we have now, which puts more of the morning traffic on Notre Dame property as they come all the way to back and loop around, and allows traffic to move more smoothly on 206. We knew that our parking lot was jammed from 7:45 to 7:55 every day, and we all as a community understood that. I think it's when people were affected outside of the community and didn't understand why they couldn't get to work, couldn't get up or down 206 in the morning, that then it needed to change so that we didn't impact other people's drive time. Oh well, maybe one little tidbit. So change is always difficult, and when it first happens, we think, this is my Notre Dame, why are they changing it that way? When I was a senior, our exits and entrances were reversed. So we entered at the far end and exited nearby, and I'm sure it was changed the year after I left for a better traffic pattern. But I was furious when I came back from college. I didn't want to go in the new entrance. I wanted to go in the former entrance. So I understand change. I understand, wait, you're changing what I know. But sometimes it really is for a better purpose.
What we want to do is just make everyone ask everyone to be helpful and follow the traffic pattern. And trigonometry is hard, calculus is hard. Getting up a little earlier is not that hard. And when you get a job and you have to commute into New York City or commute into places, you need to get up earlier. So the idea is to get to bed earlier, get up earlier, and have a muffin and some breakfast here at school earlier. So the earlier they get here, the less traffic, and then it's less stress the earlier you get here. That's my biggest advice. Get here earlier, and it's not as hard as calculus or physics.